Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Family Moments, where we use really cool object lessons
that teach the truth about what matters most.
Exactly. And today, we're beginning a new 5-week series called DC Talk.
DC Talk? You mean we're going to do a video about that Christian rock rap group that was really popular in the 90s?
No, not quite. Sadie, we're here on location in Washington, D.C., and we're about to visit some of the most iconic attractions in the nation's capital.
Oh, that does sound fun. Like the perfect series for a lot of our homeschool families who watch our show.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to start with something as simple as this.
A penny? But Abe Lincoln is buried in Illinois, not Washington, D.C.
What's on the back of the penny?
I don't know. It looks like a building.
Well, it's not just any building, it's the Lincoln Memorial. And if you look closely, you can see Lincoln sitting in the middle.
Oh, I never noticed that before.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, but you probably never noticed this before.
What in the world? How did you do that?
I'd tell you, but it probably wouldn't make any sense.
Ow, brother. Hey kids, Pastor Robbie here, along with my lovely assistant and wonderful daughter, Sadie.
Hello.
And today, we're going to have some fun learning about freedom.
Freedom? I thought since we were at the Lincoln Memorial, we'd for sure talk about honesty. You know, Honest Abe.
Well, honesty was certainly a trait that he was known for. But did you know that he didn't really care for the nickname Honest Abe or even Abe?
I didn't know that. Wow. We're just getting started and I'm already learning things I never knew.
Oh man, where did you go to school at anyhow?
I was homeschooled, remember?
Oh yeah. So, why don't you tell me a few things that you do know about Abraham Lincoln?
Well, I know he grew up living in a log cabin.
That's right, with little money and very humble beginnings.
I know his mother died when he was 9.
Right again, though his dad did remarry a wonderful woman who also had a big impact on Abraham's life.
And I know he was honest, pretty tall, and he became the 16th president of the United States.
Very good. In fact, he was 6'4" tall, and he was the tallest president we've ever had.
And I know he's one of the 4 presidents on Mount Rushmore in South Dakota.
Right again, with the others being George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Teddy Roosevelt. You're pretty smart. But did you know that Lincoln taught himself to read by borrowing books from neighbors? And he's also in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
What? The Wrestling Hall of Fame?
That's right. He appeared in over 300 wrestling matches and only lost once.
Wow, so that's why they made the Lincoln Memorial.
Well, those things are impressive, but probably not the reason they built the Lincoln Memorial.
Then why'd they do it?
Because of freedom.
Freedom? What are you talking about?
Lincoln was most known for the role he played in ending slavery in the United States with his Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation Proclamation?
Yes, it went into effect on January 1st, 1863, and it paved the way for freedom by declaring that all persons held as slaves within the rebellious states are and henceforward shall be free.
Sounds like a pretty big deal.
Oh, it was a huge deal. It was one of the main causes of the Civil War, a war that we fought against each other in the United States with over 620,000 people losing their lives.
Oh man, that's hard to imagine.
And that's probably why they wrote the following words on the wall behind his statue. In this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom he saved the Union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever.
No wonder you wanted to talk about freedom.
Yes. As hard as it is to imagine slavery, and as hard as it is to picture how glorious that freedom from slavery must have been, the Bible talks about an even more serious slavery and an even more glorious freedom.
You're kidding.
It talks about how all of us are slaves to sin.
All of us, no matter what color we are?
It doesn't matter if you're black, brown, red, white, or blue, young or old, rich or poor, we were all born into sin, and sin keeps us from God. But fortunately, God sent His Son Jesus to save us or free us from this slavery.
By dying on the cross and coming back to life?
Right. So that whoever believes in Him and follows Him will be saved. And that's even more exciting.
So, what's our verse for today?
Well, there are two of them. The first one comes from Matthew 18:7, where it says, "Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man by whom the offense cometh." And the second one comes from Psalm 19:9, where it says, "The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether."
Those are interesting verses. Why did you pick those?
Because they describe how terrible sin is and how wonderful judgment will be for those who follow Jesus. Plus, they're both inscribed on the wall of the Lincoln Memorial.
Sounds inspiring. Can I see them?
I thought you'd never ask. Let's go. The Lincoln Memorial symbolizes Lincoln's belief in the freedom and dignity of all people. Lincoln not only saved the Union, but in doing so, he also preserved America's high ideals. The inspiring statue is 19 feet high and weighs 175 tons. It took 4 years to make the statue. Lincoln's hands carry symbolic meanings. Lincoln's clenched left hand represents his determination to see the Civil War through to its conclusion, and his open right hand represents a desire to welcome the vanquished Confederacy back into the Union without vengeance. It took 8 years to build, but the Lincoln Memorial didn't open until 1922, 60 years after Lincoln's death, and it's the most visited tourist site in Washington, D.C. It has 87 steps, representing 7 years ago. It has 36 columns, representing the 36 states during Lincoln's presidency. Directly behind the statue are the words, "In this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom he saved the Union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever." On the side walls are the Gettysburg Address on one side of the statue and the words of Lincoln's second inaugural address on the other. As a fun fact, if you look closely, you can see a corrected typo on the wall. The word future was originally chiseled "future" on the words of Lincoln's second inaugural address. Although the bottom line of the E was filled in to correct the flub, the misspelling can still be spotted by a discerning eye. And on the wall of the North Chamber, you can find our verses for today. The reflective pool to the east of the Lincoln Memorial is 2,029 feet long and 167 feet wide and holds about 6,750,000 gallons of water. So, Sadie, what did you learn today?
I learned a lot about Lincoln, but mainly that his memorial represents the freedom that came about because of Emancipation Proclamation that ended slavery.
Exactly.
And even more important is the freedom that we all can receive from our slavery to sin by putting our trust in Jesus.
Very good.
Now, I just happened to think about not only the penny, but another form of currency with the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh, really? What's that?
Do you have a $5 bill on you?
Well, I don't know. Let me check. Oh, right here.
Thank you. See, on the back is the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh, you're right. Very good. Now, can I have my $5 bill back, please?
Not so fast. Let me show you this little trick. Ta-da!
Oh, brother. Hey, that's my penny.
And it's all yours. Enjoy.
Hey, come back here. We'll see you around.